Hi everyone. For this unit, we are going to be graphing, so it's important that we're comfortable with reading the XY plane. Okay, so today's FLT is given the XY plane, we will be able to plot points and identify the quadrant that a point is in. Okay, so when you look at a quadrant, okay, everything in our XY plane. Okay, really quick, don't forget the x-axis goes left and right, and the y-axis goes up and down. Okay. So the everything in our xy plane either lands inside a quadrant or on the xy axis. Okay. So if you are anywhere in this region, anywhere in the positive x and positive y direction, you are in quadrant 1. Oh, okay, quadrant 1. And we typically use Roman numerals to write it down. Okay, so that's Q Roman numeral 1 for quadrant 1, anything in the positive x, positive y direction. Okay. Now, when we read quadrants, we move in a counterclockwise motion. So moving to this area here. Okay, this is everything in the negative x and positive y direction is in quadrant 2. Moving to this area here, anything in the negative x and negative y direction will land in this quadrant, which is quadrant 3. And finally, anything in the positive x, negative y direction is going to be in quadrant 4. Okay. All right, so these are the quadrants. Again, anything in this plane will either land inside a quadrant or on an axis. And whenever we plot points, okay, we always think about where it is in relation to our origin. So wherever our x and y axes meet, that's always the origin, and the origin always has the point 0, 0. Okay, so speaking of points, they're always read in the form something, comma, something, and they're written inside a pair of parentheses with a comma separating them. The first value always refers to the x coordinate. This tells you where we are in the left to right direction. And the second value gives us our location where we are in the up and down direction. All right. So let's practice plotting some points here. Okay. So number 1, let's plot -2, 2. All right. So this -2 tells us we're going to go left 2 from the origin. So starting at the middle here, go left 1, 2. And +2 tells us we're going to go up 2. So from that point, we'll go up 1, 2. That means we land over here, -2, 2, and we are in quadrant 2. Okay. Number 2, let's plot -4, 4. So similar idea here. Starting at the origin, we're going to go to the left 4 and then down 4. So left 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we are going to land down here at -4, 4, and we are in quadrant 3. All right. Not too bad, right? Okay. Now, this point here, this is where things can get a little tricky for people. Okay, plot 0, 4. So this means I'm not going to move anywhere left and right, but I'm going to move up 4 from the middle. So starting at the middle, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 4 is here. All right, and it's neither in quadrant 1 nor quadrant 2. 0, 4 actually lands on the y-axis. So something to note. If you see a point that looks like 0, something, okay, this point will always land on the y-axis. Okay, so if it's 0, something, it lands on the y-axis. For instance, if we have 0, -3, okay, 0, -3 will land on the y-axis down here. 0, -3. All right, that's just a pro tip for you. Okay, finally, number 4, similar. However, this one's very different. Okay, so for 3, 0, this tells us we're going to go to the right 3, but we're not going to move up and down anywhere. Okay, so starting at the origin, okay, it's going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3. So 3, 0 is here. Boom. All right. So 3, 0 neither lands in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. This guy actually lands on the x-axis. Okay, so another note here, if you have some value, 0, this point will always land somewhere on the x-axis. Okay, so if I have -2, 0, okay, if I want to plot that, then that means I'm going to move to the left 2, 1, 2, but nowhere up and down, so -2, 0 lands right here. Okay, so just to recap, you'll have points that land on the x-axis, we can have points that land in the y-axis, or we can have points that land in any of the 4 quadrants. And that's it.